I just wonder what sort of coping mechanism that would really work, other than completely checking out of this. Whether you check out as a listener, I check out as a talk show host, or I check out as a listener to somebody else's stuff. You know what I'm saying? If there is an alternative, if there's a way to retain our sanity, knowing that some just horrifyingly some horrifyingly intense America hater like Rush Limbaugh, who appears to be morphing into, seriously, he is morphing into Jabba the Hutt. I've seen some recent video. This guy is enormous. He just keeps bloating up. It's just, I hope he keeps going, because that means he will soon croak. Like I said, he will eventually just choke to death on his own throat fat. But when you see someone like that criticized by a member of the House of Representatives, a Republican from here in Georgia, who then 2 days later calls him up on the air and goddamn apologizes. And of course, Limbaugh is this is truth, not pun. He's in hog heaven. He's a hog. And it's just, this is astonishing. And you notice how the press once again distorts. Barack Obama merely said in a meeting, if Republicans want to get things done, they got to stop listening to Rush Limbaugh. And that's all. It was a throwaway line. It was, Jesus Christ, it's a throwaway line. It's a comment on the culture. You ought to stop just listening to Rush Limbaugh. He could have just as easily said, you're not going to solve any problems by listening to Keith Olbermann. But he did. He said Rush Limbaugh. So what happens? This porcine, gross, fat sack of lard, this drug-dribbling maniac. What is wrong with his listeners? He's a goddamn criminal. He's a drug user. And he's so much of a coward, he sent his housekeeper out to score drugs. Jesus God! And this piece of waste gets a call from a member of Congress begging for his forgiveness? What did Olbermann say tonight? The only thing that was missing when Gingrey called was the what's that thing that the priests use to spread incense around the sanctuary? The censer, the incense censer. That was the only thing missing. Gingrey was willing to do for Rush what Monica did for Bill, and would. He would. And there are 10 million Americans, or 15, well, I don't know, don't care, who listen to this lard of death and destruction every week, who think that Rush Limbaugh, who makes $1 million every 2 weeks, that somehow he represents the best interests of the working class in this country? Jesus Christ! So what do you do with that? I'm sorry to focus that much of my energy on Rush Limbaugh, because I get emails from people that say, "Man, come on, don't dilute your energy by focusing on these people." Sure, that would be great, but then if I don't do what this job description involves, and that is try to defend liberalism and progressivism, or promote it, or talk about it, or whatever it is, if I do that, what the hell am I doing here? What are you doing here? Seriously, what are you doing here? Why are you listening to this program? You're just flipping through the dials? That's what these right-wing pigs always say. Well, I just flipped through the dial and I heard your show. God damn, you're crazy. Most people listen to the show, listen to it consciously. It's not like, I was flipping through the dial. That's just what pigs say, what right-wing pigs say. But I wonder sometimes, why do you and I get together? I said years ago, this is not a program for information, for education. It's like an electronic campfire. We get together here at the end of every day and discuss the horrors of the day. Okay, that's fine. But aren't you getting tired of it? I know I damn sure am. I am as serious as a heart attack. I really am. So what to do? To feel this abandoned. Who on television represents what most of us think is, coherent or factual or reasonable? Who? Rachel Maddow, Keith Olbermann, who else? Occasionally, what's his name? Hardball. Chris Matthews. I mean, who else? So, I don't know. And who on radio? What is there? 8 of us left? 7? 6? Jesus. We'll be back after the break. I'm Mike Malloy. Stay with us.